Press the record button. Okay. And 3, 2, 1, go.
Nice. Good morning, Sebastian.
Good morning, Harry. How are you doing?
Yes, doing well. The weather is very heavy, very windy today. You wouldn't think it's August in the UK. How is it in Romania?
Romania is today a bit colder, just 25 degrees, not anymore 35, 37 and so on. So pretty nice. I'm excited for the session today.
Nice. Yeah. So I'll just introduce the show. So this is Harry and Seb Talks. Every Friday we come together for 30 minutes to discuss topics. We usually have guests on, but this week we're trying a new format to record on Zoom. So no guests, just Sebastian and I'm afraid, everyone. So usually the way that we work is Sebastian brings a question, I bring a question, and we discuss the topics. Usually they're based around the niches that our agency serve, or we talk a bit about philosophy and like life hacking and productivity and efficiency as well. You can follow Sebastian on RE7 on Instagram or Sebastian.fire on LinkedIn. I'm on YouTube, Harry Roper, Instagram, Imaginary Space, and LinkedIn, Harry Roper as well. I'm curious, Sebastian, what your question is today.
So I would like to ask you, what is a common problem in your niche that you spot every time when you speak to your target group?
Really nice. So our niche at the moment is agencies, so service-based companies who are B2B. Usually they're like branding or PR or maybe even digital. But a lot of the time, the biggest problem that they have is they don't have very clear messaging on their website. It's a problem that everybody seems to have, and nobody's very aware of it. By clearer messaging, I mean, when I go on their website, it says, we are the best website designers in the world. But they don't tell me who they're serving in their niche, what problem they're solving, and the solution that they can solve. So a better way to do that is, instead of saying we are the best website designers in the world, they could say something like, we build websites for SMEs that help them get more leads through the door, allowing them to have a healthier business. For example, you can see the strengths in saying that over we build the best websites in the world, because all of a sudden your messaging becomes less about you and it becomes more about your prospect or client, which is the important part. Because when they land on your website, then you're just speaking to them directly. They instantly understand, oh, Sebastian does this and he can solve this problem, and it's very easy to see all of a sudden.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, this is something that I also realized with customers of us. They don't say what they are doing, what they are solving. It's more like a self-presentation, which is totally different.
And I think we get really trapped in this like mindset because we're building our websites for ourselves usually. So you don't really think about, you want to just, you're really proud of your agency, right? So you just say, oh, we do this and that, and we're this great and we've won these awards. But actually, when it comes down to your customer, they don't really care. All they care about is, can you solve the problem they have at the moment? Can you do it for a price that they can work with? And can you do it within a certain time scale? And do you have a track record as well to support all of that, really? I think a lot of agencies need to get out of this like mindset of, let's just put our best work on the front page of our website and that's it, with a couple of blog posts, and instead tell a bit of a story. Tell them about the benefits of working with your company. Tell them about the great customer results that you've got, and tell them about, you know, the process that they would go through. Make it really approachable for them. Something in our workshop that we do, and I've done with you as well, is giving, and you told me about this actually, is to give your process or strategy a name that people can identify with and feel like they understand. So if I say to somebody, oh, you're going to go through our strategy, design, action, and revision process, they immediately understand the stages that they're going to go through, and they can see that your expertise is going to help take their business from where it is to the next level.
Yes, nice. I agree with you. Yeah, with the case studies, it's also something common for some companies we work with, not our target group specifically, but for other companies we work, that they don't show their case studies, with whom they worked and what were the results, because this brings lots of trust than before for the prospect.
And I think we've fallen foul recently to building really nice websites for ourselves, but we always just focus on the work, and we don't focus on telling the prospect why working with us is such a good thing, and really hammering close. I think if you focus too much on the design aspects, or you focus too much on the banners you made for that campaign, or you focus too much on the promo material you use for that client, you're not talking enough about the results, and you're not talking enough about the actual like process of working with them from start to finish. And I think that's a really important story to tell.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, maybe in your process, you take them to a hotel for a nice dinner, and you start the talks there, you know, like the client needs to know that.
Yeah, for us it's automotive, and there are some common problems that come most of the time. Like, first of all, which is not the only problem with this target group, but some of them or most of them don't understand what online marketing means. It means directly they have more sales, but what we bring them is leads. We just bring them leads and they have to convert them. And there is like a big misunderstanding. And during the process, which we know now already, we figure out that the sales department or the people in sales are not really good with their sales techniques. So they don't have like a really process-oriented approach. Everybody has its own technique. And it also seems the training was a few years ago, you know, and it's not the modern sales training, how you do it these days. It's more like the older training, like basic techniques. With the newer training, I mean, you approach every client like what type of customer they are and blend in the features you have, and you can make like an easy checklist for them in order to go do. I think most of them have never done like role play in their company, maybe only in the course. And I think role play is also something really important that you need to learn. So a common problem is we bring leads, but not many convert.
Sure.
Which is frustrating for both, for the client who pays us money that we do online marketing, and for them because they can't convert them into conversions, you know?
What would you suggest for a client to do then if they don't have the process or the sales knowledge, or just the shit sales, you know? And
what we recommend, or what we tell them the best, is to implement like a sales program, like what I said with Pipedrive, for example. Bye.
Sorry.
All good. So what we implement is like a sales process with Pipedrive that we offer them to implement, so they get automatically their leads in Pipedrive. On the other side, what I'm currently working on is like a workshop for salespeople in order to work out with them like strategy, how to approach the client in order to increase the sales. Also more to work as a team, not like competitors. These are things that we want to offer them, and this is something that other marketing agencies are not offering. So they only offer like Facebook, Instagram marketing, and that's it. But if you offer them more in order to get more sales, because the goal is to get more sales.
Yep.
This is something connected. Besides this, search engine optimization is really far-fetched for them. They don't understand the topic and they don't trust so much in it, because you tell them, hey, it takes 3 to 6 months until you see the first results. And first to convince them to spend money on something that comes later, and they have never done this, is really hard to tell them. So mainly I'm showing them how we do this for our agency and what are the results, how many visitors we have, and then they accept. But you get lots of times questions about it, like, for what did you spend now this money? This money is for backlinks. So you need also to make them understand what are backlinks, for example. It's not for yourself, it's just to buy some links in order to get more trust in their website. So there are lots of technical things in online marketing or in general, which mainly the automotive industry doesn't know or is still behind. But I think it's for lots of industries that are not from technology, you know?
Some nice things that I've noticed that some people are doing now, seems to be a bit of a trend, is like building like an education or knowledge-based center on their website for clients who need educating. So you have like loads of nice articles that will help train them pretty much, or videos. And it's quite nice to organically get people like that, because HubSpot do that. They have loads of articles on sales and how to, at the end of each article, they're like, oh, by the way, we have a CRM if you're interested in using it. And it's just like a really nice natural way to both educate and get people onto your system. But yeah, I agree with you. Like, it's weird though, because there's a fine balance, right? You don't want to spend so much time educating your client that it becomes not beneficial for you, but also you want to make sure that they're educated, so that whatever you do for them it helps overall. So it's a nice question though. Really nice question.
What is your question?
Okay. Ooh. Nice. If you were to meet a company owner in your niche tomorrow, and they came to you with the problem of, my business is plateauing at the moment. We're a medium-sized business, and we need to now go to the next level. And you've done some discovery with them, and you've discovered that actually they have no digital marketing whatsoever. How would you help them get to the next level?
They don't have any digital marketing.
None at all.
So I would say, in the first step, we do the basic work, like we look at the social media profiles. What social media profiles do they have? How, so we kind of audit them. We see what performed in the past, for example, on Facebook, Instagram, if they have a LinkedIn page and so on. And first, of course, we need to figure out what is their target group. So what do they want to sell? Do they want to sell cars for private customers? Do they want to more B2B? Do they want more leasing? Do they want more finance? Do they want to sell more services? Because these are different strategies for, not for each of them, but for example, for B2B, I would go more on LinkedIn instead of Facebook, Instagram, you know? And based on this audit, I would recommend, so the basic strategy is like we optimize the social media profiles. Then we do a research for this specific car brand in their area. Also ask what is the target group. And then we come up with the strategy, which would be, for example, hey, we would spend some amount of the money in Google Ads. Other thing we figured out, you don't have, like, your brand is not so recognized in the market. So we would do some brand awareness campaign. Plus people that went on your website get like remarketing, like banners and so on other websites in order to remember you. And besides this, we would of course look at the process for contacting them. So if you have too many questions in the form, because I know, for example, for test drive in Romania, you ask lots of questions because there are just some people that just want to have a test drive. So you ask them, what is your job skill? How old are you? And what's your mom's bank account? I'm just kidding, but lots of questions, you know? And we need to make this process so that they are happy that they are not only people coming that want to test drive, but on the other side, so that it's not too much for them that they sign up for a test drive. And this is normally the things that I would recommend them, but it's like, it depends on the company, it depends also on the website, what system are they using. Lots of automotive people, they have websites directly from for example, BMW or Mercedes, they have directly from the manufacturer some websites, you know, and you can't optimize so much with them. So you need to come up with another idea. Then search engine optimization might not work. So you have to think out of the box a bit, like make a competition, a tombola or something, in order to gain more visibility, but also get more prospects.
Yeah, really nice. Really nice.
How about you?
Sure. I'll see if I can move myself down here and then look a little bit less like Casper the Ghost. Lovely. Much better. So for us, really, it's a little bit easier because at the end of the day, agencies want more clients, and that's it. So if an agency came to me and said, we're plateauing, we're not really clients at the moment, we'd look at different client acquisition strategies. From a lot of research that I'm doing online at the moment, it seems to me that some of the ones that are the most beneficial are workshops. And workshops in a way, Sebastian, where like you're giving away free advice or content in return for people turning up. You get to build a one-to-one connection with them. And then at the end of the call, you can have like a bit.ly or a Calendly link to say, hey, come and join us, come and have a one-to-one with us, and we'll talk to your problems. I was talking to a very nice lady yesterday about this. And on average, workshops really convert. You'll have about 30 to 40% turn up rate. And the reason that is because people who are coming to workshops, they want to get value out of it. They want to get something that they can take back to their agency and implement without you being there, and without even needing you. So it's free value. It's value that they can use, and therefore they're really interested in it. Obviously, with the agency that I'm proposing we do this for, they need a marketing spend because we need to generate leads to the workshop somehow. They need a workshop format, which is something that we can help them put together. And then they need somebody who's good at presenting as well. I think presentation skills are very key here, and having somebody confident. It'd be one strategy to get them higher. I think there's loads to suggest, but that would be the one, I think, for me.
Yeah,
to give a shot.
That's interesting with the workshops. Maybe I should also think about it. I did some workshops, but not so many. And your rate is quite astonishing, you know, it's quite high.
So, you know, for anybody who's watching this and thinking, oh, well, what can I do? I mean, my one is on messaging, but I know there's plenty of agencies out there who take clients through customer journey mapping. So they'll help their clients see the journey that their customer's going on. So you could do a workshop around that. You could do a workshop where you just explain how to set up a basic PPC campaign. And maybe they look at that at the end of the workshop and they go, oh, this is so complicated. I'm just going to ask Sebastian to set it up. Really, really think about like, what would your client want that they're definitely going to be able to do themselves, even if they're not very technically minded? And if they came out with it, how would it improve their business or move it forward?
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, really nice questions today. Really nice questions. If you had any tips for automotive niche, automotive people who are watching this right now, Sebastian, what would be like the one tip you could give them that they should go check out to maybe move forward in the next couple of months?
Google reviews.
Nice.
Because they are mainly like it gives you good image how they are doing with selling and also how the company is. So if you don't have at least 4 stars, you got to work on this.
Nice. I'd say my one tip for agency owners is to look at your processes and see what you can automate. I think automation is so key these days, and a lot of agencies aren't aware about it. So go look at Zapier, go look at Integromat, get educated. There's so many possibilities for automation. 100%. Nice.
Yes, I agree.
Nice. Okay, cool. So this was Harry and Seb Talks. Sebastian Bayer, RA7 on Instagram, Sebastian Bayer on LinkedIn, Harry Roper on YouTube, Harry Roper on LinkedIn. Next week we'll have a guest. Not sure who yet, but we will have a guest now that we've tested this new format. But if you are watching this, give us some feedback. Let us know how you think, and where can we make improvements, or do you have any questions that we could help answer? But until then, see you all later.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.